Hi everyone, I'm Austin Crumrine, professional tubist and educator.
And I'm Laura Ciccarello, professional hornist and educator.
And we're excited to welcome you to the official launch of the Band Code. We had hundreds of conversations with band directors all over the country, and one thing was clear.
Being a band director is one of the hardest and most demanding jobs on the planet.
So, we wanted to create a program that would alleviate problems many of you currently face and a band method students can enjoy using.
You told us you don't like having to gather supplemental material for a band method, so we designed the Band Code so you don't have to.
Let's start with assembly. You told us you're spending way too much time at the copy machine, which interrupts your workflow and interrupts class time.
And you said that sourcing materials and supplies at the beginning of the school year is stressful and burdensome. With the Band Code, you don't have to worry about any of that. Every copy comes with supplies such as pencils, pencil pouches, mirrors, even worksheets.
Over 170 pages of content fully assembled in a stunning 3-ring heavy-duty binder.
You also told us that many of you work with a method designed for the full band setting despite teaching homogeneous classes. We've created a curriculum that will allow these programs to actually focus on each instrument's specific challenges.
With that said, we still made sure that the low brass books are fully compatible, since we know many of you combine your low brass classes.
Speaking of combining classes, you told us that it can be overwhelming on days when you have to merge classes due to circumstances beyond your control.
Such as a sudden schedule change or the director being out sick.
So we've made sure to provide content in case of these events. Finally, if you do teach in a full band setting, that's okay. A full band version of the Band Code will launch later this year. But don't worry, both versions still feature our state-of-the-art curriculum.
We know selecting a new curriculum can be a big decision, which is why we've designed and organized the content so that even if you're a first-year band director or an experienced band director, anyone can jump right in and begin teaching.
We've put the fundamental aspects of music, each in their own section, so content is easy to find, navigate, and track. Inside, you'll find intro and tutorial, pedagogy and music theory worksheets, which we call Behind the Code, warm-ups, which we call training mode, rhythm stages, note stages, and articulation and style, which includes things like dynamics and accents.
You told us that sometimes visual aids need to go beyond the scope that any book can offer, which is why you'll also find hundreds of QR codes that link to videos straight from the pros, which demonstrate things like breathing or embouchure, as well as videos with full-length courses on music theory and rhythm. Now, let's take a look at intro and tutorial.
You said that you wanted to see more resources that help students adjust to being in the band setting for the first time, as well as help you get them to the point that they can start playing. So we've created an innovative tutorial that will reinforce early concepts such as posture, embouchure, breathing, rhythm, and so much more. It allows students to visualize these on paper and through videos so they can better utilize the Band Code at home.
Many of you said that it's been difficult or expensive to find appropriate music theory content for your beginning classes, and that it's difficult to constantly run copies of material throughout the year. Behind the Code is a complete music theory course with video lessons that are free to access by anyone. This is great content in the event you need to merge classes, and as a bonus, we've also included instrument pedagogy worksheets as requested by so many of you. And best of all, these are ready to be completed and turned in by the students. No copy machine required.
We know that there are skills that can only be gained through daily and consistent practice, which can vary widely from instrument to instrument. Many of you wanted to see warm-ups that are appropriate not only for each instrument, but also appropriate for wherever a student is in their development. So we've curated sets of instrument-specific daily exercises, and we're calling it Training Mode. In it, you'll find easy-to-navigate warm-ups that increase in difficulty and scope as your students develop. You'll also be able to track student progress so both you and your classes can see exactly what the goals and objectives are.
You said that rhythm content needs to stay appropriate for your beginners and incorporate both counting and playing. So every rhythm stage is designed to be counted first, then played, but only after students can proficiently sight-read notes. All rhythms are the same for every instrument in the event you need to merge classes. This section comes in either the traditional or Eastman counting systems, your choice. By the end of their first year, students should be able to sight-read stages with compound meters such as this, and complicated rhythms such as this, even at the highest levels. So, what exactly do we mean by stages and levels?
Certain sections throughout the band code are divided into stages. This is a stage, and so is this. At the top of every stage, you'll see 4 to 6 levels, each increasing in tempo. So you might have your students play this stage at level 1, and then play this stage at level 1, then either move on to the next stage or go back and play these stages again at level 2. Students are always developing their reading rather than depending on their memorization skills.
The note stages are truly special and are by far the thing that distinguishes the band code from any other method to date. The note stages are expertly sequenced so that each instrument begins reading music starting on their easiest note all the way to their hardest stages with countless considerations in between. And students will learn to read in different keys and understand the considerations they have to make for their specific instrument. These are so good, you may find yourself wanting to use them even with your high school students.
The last section you'll find in the band code covers articulation and style. Here, students will find concise 2 to 4 measure exercises where they will learn to recognize a variety of different articulation patterns, style considerations, and dynamics. While that's everything you'll find inside the band code, there's still so much more to show you.
We've already packed so much in the band code, but we wanted to go just one step further for eager students in accelerated programs. So we're making all advanced content available for free so that both students and directors can access it whenever they're ready. This content includes everything from advanced note stages, advanced rhythm stages, advanced keys, and so much more. So here's a list of everything you get if you make the switch to the band code. It's completely unmatched by anything in the industry. We know you and your students are going to love it.
We want to make sure we've addressed all your concerns, so please click the link in the description or shoot us an email at info@completeworksmusic.com to request samples, schedule one-on-one consultations, or learn the next steps for adopting the band code for your program.
We're so excited about what we've made, and we're even more excited for you to try it out.
Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to the Next Level Band Method.